food quality, right? Food quality in
Yeah.
India is not the best. So what do you how do you see this? Like,
See, honestly, I have given up. I am living in a city with the AQI that is killing me already. There are roads with enough potholes that I'm going to probably die from an auto rickshaw accident. Like there is potential for death and damage everywhere I go. So with food, I'm like, I mean, just eat what you have to eat. Like, mm, buy what you can afford. Um, if I like, if I want something, I'll just buy it and I'll get it. Like I try and find like the local guys here for my meats and stuff like that. But now you have a lot of online stuff and a lot of companies that are a lot more, I think, particular with their hygiene standards and the things that they do. So I like to order a lot from them. And but yeah, like I mean, at the end of the day, I have the privilege to buy from a nature's basket and all where things are imported. But the common man really doesn't have a choice. I mean, like they are eating from food stalls on the road where the hygiene is like it'll make someone like me sick, but they have built their immunity to that level where like they can just eat it. That's their khana. They can't afford the luxury of other stuff. So you do whatever you can within your budget. And I guess, like I said, if you eat a variety of things, if you develop a rapport with your bhaji wala or your fruit wala, they generally will give you whatever the best they know at least. Like they can't. I mean, if somebody's giving them something suspect, unless they know about it, they won't be able to tell you. But I like to trust that most people's intentions are decent. They just want to make a living. So if you have a good relationship with all your local vendors, you will get the best produce from them.
you use a lot of interesting ingredients as well. I believe you use duck fat for some of your cooking.
Yeah.
So is there anything you found interesting, like any interesting ingredient which you regularly incorporated in your cooking?
There's nothing particular because I don't actually, because I'm in the food space now, and even when I was doing more of the cooking videos, I have to keep cooking different things every week for videos and stuff. So for me, it's just like constantly trying to find new things and buying new ingredients and I travel abroad as well. So whenever I go abroad, I'll buy like all the different stock cubes and these different ready marinade paste and, lots of cuts of beef and steak and things like that. So I try and get as much stuff as I can, and then I just use it over a period of time.
Right. So I think we have uh, we have a audience question. The question is, I'm a diabetic. Yeah, she's under my guidance. I was a vegan for 6 years, but eventually I stopped work. It stopped working for me. Now I'm doing a keto. Okay, keto. Beginning was hard, I guess. Now I'm okay. Beginning was great. Medicines have become less. Will keto work for me? And that is what is your opinion? Can diet be long lasting and be done forever? I mean,
Yeah, I mean, I've
question
said
for
this to,
you, but yeah.
I mean, I've told people this. Can you envision yourself eating the keto diet till the day you die? If you look at it and say, yeah, I can do this for the rest of my life, it's easy, then that's your answer.
Yeah, but if you're a diabetic, I guess you are left with very little choices.
I mean, if you're diabetic, always talk to your doctor and personal trainers who take responsibility. I'm just a guy on the internet with an opinion. So take my opinion with a pinch of salt.
Right, right, right. Uh, yeah, so is there any kind of cuisine like which you haven't quite mastered and you really want to do it?
I mean, I would love to do a lot more Chinese cooking. I think it's because I don't have like a that one of those burners which is like super high flame and one of those lovely woks. But I would love to someday have a kitchen where I can have that like sort of high flame wok set up and do a lot more wok cooking. I do have a wok and I do have a decent stove also, but that vibe is not the same. But I'd love to, yeah, explore more of Chinese cooking, like authentic Chinese cooking.
So eggs are super nutritious and they are so versatile. And from a cooking perspective, like what options do you have? People often ask me, I can make a burji, I can make an omelette. What else?
I mean, the world is your oyster. Like there are so many Japanese egg dishes that you can make. There are all these. Middle Eastern dishes. So that's something I love to do, is like constantly play around with eggs. So you've got like the Turkish chilbir, you've got the Turkish menemen, you have the North African shakshuka, you've got souffle, French, you've got French style omelette, you've got Desi style omelets. You can make frittatas, you can make different kinds of scrambled eggs, you can make egg pizzas also. So yeah, their eggs are really versatile and you can pretty much do a lot of things with them. And I have a whole bunch of recipes on headbangerskitchen.com. You just type in egg and it'll give you all the videos which have egg in it, in the ingredients. And you can just make whatever you like.
Right. And what are your thoughts? Like, do you use so-called healthy foods like microgreens and avocados and all these kind of so-called superfoods are very healthy, supposed to be very healthy food. Do
Right.
you incorporate them in your cooking?
Yeah, so I eat, like I said, I eat everything. I'm a foodie. I eat everything, but I don't eat them because they've got a label. For me, this is all food. The healthy comes from the entire sort of collection of what you eat in a day or what you eat in a week or a month. It's not one food. The superfood is a marketing thing, you know. And I mean, I guess the laws or regulations are very lax when it comes to that. Anything can be immunity boosting. The biggest like nonsense detox immunity boosting. I mean, if you've done your basic science also, you know that कि ऐसा नहीं होता है. Like immunity is only boosted through a vaccination or through your entire lifestyle over years and years and years. You can't just eat one pill or have one drink and suddenly your immunity is going to rise up, Like just eat a good balanced diet, and you will be fine. Exercise regularly, go and get your blood work done every year or 2 years or whatever. Meet with your doctor, show them your blood work, and you should be okay.
How much do you think food is behind this whole what I call metabolic catastrophe that is happening in our country?
I mean, look, obviously food is a part of it, but it's a lot of just, I guess, life has changed, right? Like the reason things have changed is not because the food has necessarily gotten worse or anything. It's that our lifestyles have changed. People have become more sedentary. There's more access to food. Everything is like in excess now. So it's more than anything, it's overconsumption. Essentially, it boils down to the overconsumption of anything is bad for you. Whether you sit and stare at your screen for 8 hours a day, whether you're sitting and eating 5 times a day because you go from one meeting, somebody's put biscuits on the table there, then you come out, somebody ka birthday hai, to cake aa gaya hai. And like all these different things happen, and you're eating 5, 6, 7 times a day. You're watching content, and you might be full, but you see the pizza in your feed, and you're like, "Arey, I feel like a pizza." And then immediately you have to just Zomato, and it's there, right? It's not like earlier you had to make an effort to do anything. You had to go out, get your pizza, or you had to actually call and be like, "Hello, can I order a pizza?" And then the delivery will come. And now everything is just snap, 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 snap. So, you know, I think it's a combination of everything, and it's not just India. Obviously India has a larger population, so obviously if 2% of Indians are metabolically, in a bad space, that's a lot more than 2% of say Norway or of Sweden. Our sheer volume is a lot.
So, Sahil, what keeps you going? It's been like 2 decades you've been pursuing music and food. So, what keeps you going in these areas?
I think for me, it's like I just set my life on this path, and I don't really know what else to do because I kind of dropped out of college to pursue my musical dream. And I pretty much had like the most basic day job to kind of allow me to focus on the music. And then in like sort of 2015, 2016 is when the channel took off. That just became my lifestyle. Like that became my job. And I was able to quit the day job that I had, and I was being able to do something creative and make a living. And now I'm like, I don't really know how to do anything else. This is what I enjoyed doing for so many years. So I want to keep doing it. So, I have deviated a bit from the cooking to more of food blogging now. So a lot of restaurant food and a lot of reviewing restaurants. And I have a food club that meets for like meals, and we share food and all that. So I'm doing more of that, but it's still in the same creative space. And I think, yeah, I just love someone who likes to go with the flow and not sort of do like a day job now that I can not do it. So yeah,
When are you starting your own restaurant?
that's one thing I don't think I will probably do unless somebody comes to me with like lakhs and crores of rupees and says, do what you want. I don't care if the business doesn't make money because the restaurant business sort of I feel is like it most restaurants are there to cater to the masses and I'm more creative. So I would be like frying my French fries in beef fat. Like I would not have any vegetarian dishes on my menu. I'd be like doing things that are totally like not the norm for most restaurants. So I feel I would not be a good business decision for anyone who wants to make money. So that's probably why I'll never get into the restaurant business.
We are living in strange times. We never know.
Yeah, you never know. Yeah, somebody wants to convert all their black money into white money. It's like, Sahil, yellow. Let's start.
Right. So I think we are done with the questions. We have a couple of people. Anyone wants to directly ask any question to Sahil, please unmute your mic. Anything else, Dave, from your side?
No, I'm all good.
So, Sahil, it was a wonderful session. Thanks for sharing so many insights, so many healthy insights about your culinary journey. And I'm sure the audience will love watching this and gain a lot of knowledge from this. So, uh, with that, we want to thank you for your time for coming on or on the Healthy X Sundays podcast. Thank you so much, Sahil.
My pleasure. Thank you so much for having me. And sorry again for being late.
That's okay. No worries. All right, then. Take care.
Thank you. Take care. Yeah.
Take
Bye,
care.
guys. Oh, hands up.
Bye.